Good morning, everyone. I am Bharti from Gyan Niketan Girls School. Today, in this video, I have come up with the summary of the story Bholi from your supplementary reader book Footprints Without Feet. First of all, I would like to tell you something about the author. The story Bholi has been written by Khwaja Ahmad Abbas. He is popularly known as K.A. Abbas. He was a famous Indian film director, screenwriter, novelist, and a journalist in Urdu, Hindi, and English languages. He began his career as a journalist. His two films, Saath Hindustani and Do Bund Pani, won the National Film Award. Now, have a look at the central theme of the story. The central theme of the story Bhole revolves around a little girl named Sulekha. The story highlights the important role of the family and the parents in the upbringing of a child. It also lays emphasis on another very vital factor, education, in bringing drastic changes in our orthodox social system. The story depicts the life of a little girl, Bholi, who fails to develop self confidence because of her parents' negative attitude towards her. The author points out why family support and emotional security are essential for proper development of a child. Bholi is a neglected child. Her parents are least bothered about her future, but fortunately, a negative decision on her parents' part turns out to be a blessing in disguise for her. She is made a scapegoat and sent to school. There she gets due attention, love, and care from her teacher. She transforms herself into a rational girl, develops her self confidence, and becomes conscious of her self esteem. Towards the end of the story, she emerges out as a victorious girl. Now, we will learn about the summary, the main points. This story is about a little girl whose name was Sulekha. She suffered from some brain damage and thus used to stammer. When she was 2 years old, she suffered from chicken pox, and as such, she got some pock marks on her face. This made her, and she didn't carry a good look. She looked ugly. People made fun of her due to her dullness and ugly face. They called her Bholi as she remained a backward child. Bholi's father was, his name was Ramlal. He was a nambardar, a government employee. Bholi was youngest among her siblings. She had three brothers and four sisters. Her other sisters were healthy and good looking. Parents were very worried about her marriage. Once, the Tehsildar Sahib visited Bholi's village for the opening ceremony of a primary school. He told Ramlal to send his daughters to the school. He told him that being a revenue official, he was the representative of the government in the village, and so he must set an example to the villagers. The Tehsildar told Ramlal to send his daughters to the school. Ramlal consulted his wife. She was not ready to send her daughters to the school. She with uh, the disagreed to the proposal, but they discussed a lot, and finally it was decided that Bholi will be sent to the school. Bholi's mother, she was of the opinion that There is very little chance of her getting married with her ugly face and lack of sense. So there was no harm in sending Bholi to the school. In this way, Ramlal will also be safe because he was he couldn't dare to disobey the Tahsildar. So if Bholi was sent to the school, then the Tahsildar's order will be obeyed by Ramlal. So they decided that they will send Bholi to the school. Bholi was very frightened to go to school. When she came to know about this, that she has to go to school, she was very frightened. On the day when when she was going to be sent to school, she was given good clothes and other things. Then she felt before that before that day she had never provided with all those things. She never got such due attention and care from her parents. So the response on that day was totally different. So she began to believe that she was being taken to a better place than her home. When she went to school, she had a very different experience. The affectionate behavior of the teacher really changed her life. Her life changed when she started going to the school. A kind hearted teacher encouraged her. She overcame her problem of stammering, and in this way, lot of development took place in Voli's personality. Time passed, years passed, and the village became a small town. The little primary school became a high school, then a cinema under a tin shed, and a cotton ginning mill was established in her village. After that, Bholi's parents they decided to marry her. They came across a proposal from a well-to-do grocer, Vishambar Nath. He was a rich man. He had a big shop, a house of his own, then he had good bank balance. So Bholi's parents they were attracted, but towards this proposal they were ready to marry Bholi with Vishambarnath, though he was a lame and had quite grown up children from his first wife. Vishambarnath came with a big party of friends and relations with him for the wedding. Parents were overjoyed to see the pomp and the splendor in that marriage procession. Even Bholi's elder sisters, who had come to attend the wedding, they were envious of her luck. When the auspicious moment came, the priest asked to bring Bholi, the bride. She came there in the bridal dress, and when the bridegroom, Vishwambarnath, lifted the garland of yellow marigolds, a woman slipped back the silken veil from the bride's face. Vishwambar looked a quick glance, and the garland remained poised in his hands. When he was shocked to see the ugly face of Bholi. He refuses to marry such an ugly girl and demands dowry. Ramlal agrees to give the dowry and puts it at the bridegroom's feet. The bridegroom's greedy face carried a triumphant smile. When Boli watches all these things going on, then she takes a very bold step. She refuses to marry such a greedy person. People who had assembled there were shocked, and they were very surprised to see a different Bholi appearing out there. People were surprised to see her speaking without stammering. They were surprised to see the self confidence of Bholi. When she refuses, everyone criticizes Bholi, calls her a shameless girl. She has no care of her father's prestige and honor. Even Ramlal also tells her. But she has her own reasons, and she took a very bold, very courageous step, a very wise, rational decision. And she tells her father that she will serve him and her mother in their old age. Furthermore, she also tells that she will teach in the same school from where she learned so many good things. In this way, the story comes to an end. So, this story comes with a very strong message for the readers. It tells us that every child needs due attention, love, care from the parents. So the family plays very vital role as far as a child's development is concerned. And a child like Bholi, who is who needs special care, such an such a disabled child, must be given encouragement. Another very important thing that emerges from this story is the positive role, the important role played by education. Education can bring very good changes in one's life. Bholi was able to do, she was able to develop her self confidence. She was able to challenge, she dared to challenge the traditional setup, all because of the education that she had got. So, this story is very interesting, very meaningful, and I hope you all have enjoyed this session. Thank you very much, students.